Hi guys, welcome to my channel Confessions of a Gaming Mum and welcome to Sunday shopping haul. Start straight away because I didn't go running this morning because we were up all night with Bubs just coughing and grinding his teeth when he wasn't coughing, which was just incredibly frustrating because obviously it meant we couldn't get sleep because it was just so loud in our ear. Anyway, that's by the by. Trying to get over it even though I'm actually absolutely dog tired. I still need to get ready because we're going out with my sister today. But anyway, I thought I'd do the shopping haul quick and then I'm gonna get myself ready to go out. So yes, this is what we've got for our shop for this week. Starting our usual spot, we've got some chunky home chips that we love. Got some spring onion. I've only got one pack of turkey instead of two because where I went out and ate lunch yesterday, I'm also eating lunch out today. So I've got all my chicken and my halloumi for the week still in the fridge. So, and we're also going away at the end of on Thursday pretty much. So I'm only going to have a chance to really eat one lot of this. So save a bit of money somewhere. So I only got that. So we've got some jacket potatoes as well because we're getting through those quite quickly at the moment. Got some more of these. I'm still in that sort of process of trying to figure out how to make a decent stir fry. So we're going to have these for now, but until I can work out how to make myself a stir fry when I'm not having to have processed vegan food, yeah, this is what I'm going to go with for now. Got my husband his chicken and mushroom pie that he loves, vegan. Got my protein yogurts, got my husband's lettuce, Bubs's yogurts, my halloumi that I love so much, my hubby's vegan yogurts as well. Got some Oatly, not so much this time because we've still got quite a lot. Got some mozzarella over here. We've got my chicken breast mini fillets, and what I'll probably have to do is stick these in the freezer because like I said, we're going away this weekend, so I probably won't be having them. Didn't actually think of that when we ordered them, but hey ho. Got some custard creams for Bubs, tomato puree because we're running out, Lotus biscuit for my husband, and they didn't have his usual bubble bath that we get for Bubs, so this is a new one we're going to try, see what this one's like. Got some sweet chili sauce. Again, this is me trying to come up with stuff to do with a stir fry, so I thought I'd give this a go, see what that's like. Got some of my popcorn. We're moving away from the fusilli, the protein fusilli because it's made with lentils. I'm just want to see if I can still get my protein even though I'm having whole wheat, because I want to eventually try to do some like clean eating stuff, which means basically eating like whole grain things, so like whole grain bread and pasta and rice and different things like that. So I'm going to try with that. I've got some oregano because we're running out. Also got some white rice vinegar because apparently that's what we need for stir fries. I'm just making stuff up. Got beans so I can make my full bean chili possibly this week, maybe. Got some more grown up milk for Bubs. Got my husband's crisps because obviously last week he got cheese and onion, which aren't obviously vegan, so I'll have to have those, and these are for my husband. We're trying Bubs with these different snacks because he's not really eating his raisins anymore, and the ones we were getting him before from Marks and Spencer, he eats like the strawberry bits in them and then he throws away the sultanas. He doesn't like the sultanas, so it's just really wasteful. So yeah, we're just trying these things out to see if there's anything he actually likes as just like a sort of healthy-ish snack. We've got some red chilies again for me to try and make a decent stir fry. Same with the noodles. These ones are vegan. I thought you had to have udon noodles. I don't think they actually are udon noodles, but they are suitable for vegans, so those are fine. I got a big bunch of eggs, but I've said to my husband what I'll probably do is I'll take these with us when we go up to York at the weekend to have for my breakfast, so it's not too bad. Got red pepper, got my garlic, got onions, and we've got Bubs some satsumas. He still hasn't finished the ones from last week, but he'll get through them I think eventually. So yeah, that's everything. So all in all that came to like £50. I think it was like £49 something. Let me just check. £49.70 this all came to, and I think that's because my husband actually used a few vouchers, so we saved like 20 quid or something. So yeah, that's why it seems quite cheap compared to what it normally is. But anyway, yeah, I need to put this away so we can get ready to go out because I am hungry.
who use adult language told me these frightening tales, these ghost stories, aren't for kids. Michelle's front steps were impeccably crowded with overflowing pots of cheerful flowers whose names I didn't know. I smiled to myself. I love people who do air quotes.
Ines Alexander today, aren't you? Yeah. No. Oh, better.
This is really cute. What's this in the hair?
It's an X-ray, Bubba. Hi guys, it's Tuesday. Just wanted to do a quick one because I've just spent too long trying to upload a video for today. So what was I going to say? Right, so we've got an update in terms of with the bathroom. I think I said last week about the fact that we had water dripping from the ceiling. We had the plumber come out today and look at it for us, and basically he had to rip the side out of the bath to have a look underneath, and the floor was very wet. And basically what it is the waste pipe that obviously leads from the plug down had a leak in it. Although he didn't understand, or he was kind of confused as to when we were saying that we were having a shower, there wasn't any water dripping. It was only when Bubs and Daddy's bath that it was actually leaking. But then it was like, well, it's probably caused by the pressure that of all that water coming down the plug hole, which is what's causing it to drip. And like because he ran the tap and he could see the drip coming down. So basically he's taken the old waste pipe out, he's put a new one in, he's also changed our plug, so now we don't have an automatic one where you twist the top and it lowers the plug up and down. It's just a regular, we put the plug in manually, and we're like guaranteed for that for a year, but hopefully in the next couple of months we will actually be able to get the bathroom done because it's just in such desperate need of just doing up. He hasn't put the side of the bath back on. One, he said it'll probably be really difficult and he doesn't want to risk breaking it. Also, he said because the floor's quite wet, he said he wants to let it breathe and like get the, like let some air get in to let it dry out, because he said because obviously if you cut off its air supply then it will just rot the wood and then we have another problem on our hands. So he's saying, yeah, the best thing for you to do is just to let it dry out. So my husband's had a shower, everything seems to be fine. Obviously the big test will be tonight when Bubs has his bath to make sure it's all okay. But yeah, so that's it. I don't know if there was any other things I was going to say. I've had a little bit of a cleaning spree. So I dusted wine bottles that were on our wine rack because they were just so dusty. I've been looking at them the last few days going, I'm really going to dust them. When I get the dusters out, I'm going to give them a dust. So I did all that, hoovered behind it. Then obviously where we had the plumber around, yeah, he managed to fix everything for us, which we're really grateful for, but he left a massive mess. So I've just cleaned the bathroom as well. I think it's the cleanest it's probably been since we've actually moved in. So as you can probably hear, I've got like a bunged up nose, got a bit of a cough as well, but not as bad. So it'll probably come out tonight when I'm trying to get to sleep. We also have this thing at the moment. I've had to hide Bub's dinosaur costume because it seems he's getting really freaked out because he keeps saying there's scary T-Rex in his room. And that's what we're really struggling with at the moment. We're really struggling to actually get a decent night's sleep because he keeps waking up and freaking himself out. And I don't know if it is the dinosaur costume. I'm hoping it is because now we've moved it, hopefully it won't be such an issue. But yeah, it's like he keeps waking himself up and getting freaked out by it. So then he refuses to sleep in that room by himself. So then he wants to come in with us. But because he's got such a broken night's sleep, what can happen when kids don't get a decent night's sleep or they're overtired? They can have night terrors, which are apparently quite natural at this age. And night terrors are basically like almost like sleep paralysis for us, in terms of it is that it happens at that point in the night when their brain is, or like when they're not really asleep and they're not really awake, they're kind of like in between. So his brain just comes up with all this like freaky shit. But instead of obviously being absolutely paralysed and not being able to move, he can lash out. And obviously when he's in between me and my husband, he kicks and punches my husband and he grabs my hair and yanks it. And like 2 o'clock in the morning when you're fast asleep, it's not something you're expecting and it can really hurt. So yeah, that was fun, having like a chunk of my hair ripped out. Not that I've got enough to go around, Jesus Christ. So I'm hoping that he'll get over this phase, because it is incredibly tiring, like having to constantly be woken up by him like wanting to come in with us, and then him kicking the crap out of us for doing him a favour. So yeah, I made my apple crumble yesterday. Again, I'm just having issues with the flour. I don't know if it's maybe because I'm using bread flour, so it's lighter than regular flour. I don't know, but yeah, I'm having to put more flour in than what is actually used in the recipe, so it's incredibly annoying, but hopefully I'll eventually get there. No, obviously Thursday we're going up to York, or we're going up to Yorkshire. We will be going to York on the Saturday with our friends. It looks like we'll have to have Bubs taken along with us, because it doesn't look like he's going to be able to stay with his grandparents now, which is incredibly annoying, but it's for like a good reason. It's like a medical emergency, so yeah, it can't be helped. If we could like delay it a week or two, then we would, but obviously it's all paid for now, so can't really do much about it. Just one of those annoying things. It would have been nice though to be able to go to York and not have him with us, because he's such a pain in the arse when we go. Oh well. Yeah, it's all happening over the next few weeks. Oh, there's a really nice thing as well. My husband's work, as in Square Enix, are doing like a family, like take your kids to work day, which I think is really nice. So one day in December, I won't say which day, but one day in December, Bubs gets to go with my husband to the office, and they're gonna have a couple of people play with them in terms of like do loads of like activities. So the parents have like 2 hours of the kids being off their hands for a bit, and they get to do all like Christmassy things, which is really nice. So I spoke to my parents today, because it will be when they're over for Christmas. I said we'll make a day of it in London, because it's only for 2 hours that Bubs gets to sort of play with other people, and then it's up to the parents to look after the kids. So I was like, oh, if my husband has to work, it's not fair on him, so we'll head off for like 2 hours or whatever, and then come back and take Bubs somewhere else for the rest of the day. So it should be a really nice day out, hopefully. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there, because I can feel my nose getting all bunged up, and I really need to get on my exercises and like help my husband out with Bubs. So I will probably speak to you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have time, because tomorrow obviously I'm going to have to try and panic pack, because I still haven't finished editing my vlog for this Sunday, and obviously I have to get it done before we go away. It's an extra long vlog, no idea why. I think it's because I spent a lot of it cooking, so and I'm trying to be more active with the vlog rather than just me talking all the time, talking at you guys. So hopefully it'll be worth it. But we'll see. Anyway, I need to get on with stuff, so I'll see you tomorrow. Right, so I wanted to do a quick video just to show sort of the damage that we had done from the bathroom leaking, or the waste pipe on the bath anyway. So you can see from here, so all this crack going down. And this is where you can see, it's going a bit manky, but yeah, this is where the water was dripping from. But it went all the way along the crack, you can see, goes along there. But this is where we started to notice, like we had this little tiny bit of a mark here before, and then over the last few days it just really expanded, as you can see it like right down the wall. So yeah, that's when we started to notice, and then that's when that crack appeared, and this crack goes all the way along here. But yeah, this is where it was dripping from. So yeah, luckily it's stopped, but yeah, we still have these cracks now in the plaster on the ceiling, which isn't fun, because you can see, yeah, because the bath is literally here. Like where the taps are, that's where the bath is. And this is how the bath looks now. So obviously this has been changed. So obviously this used to be a mechanic one that you'd twist the thing, and the plug would go up and down, but he's taken that out because he didn't have one of those available. But I said I don't mind, because obviously we'll be replacing the bath hopefully in the next couple of months when we finally get to do the bathroom. So that's what he's done. But also you can see he hasn't put this back because he wanted all the wet underneath to be able to dry and get some air to it, so it doesn't go mouldy and rot. So yeah, fun times. We just have to wait to see when we can actually get the bathroom done. Hopefully soon. Hi guys, so it's Friday. Welcome to Yorkshire, more specifically Filey. I think it's a place called The Bay, so it's all like holiday homes and stuff. So we arrived quite late last night, so went to bed pretty much straight away, made a cup of tea, and then just sat in bed watching a bit of TV. But it's a beautiful place that we're in, like, couldn't be more pleased with it, to be honest. So I thought I'd see if I can give you a quick tour. first thing this morning, because what we're going to do, I think, our friends don't turn up until this evening, but we might be trying to spend the day, or as much of the day as possible, with my husband's family, because obviously we won't be seeing them tomorrow because we'll be all day in York, and then Sunday we basically have to drive straight back. Today's the day that we see his family, so we want to be able to see them as much as we can, or as much as they'll allow, because obviously his stepmom isn't very well. So yeah, I'll give you a quick tour, see what you think of the place, and then I think I'll make a cup of tea and have some breakfast. So obviously this is our room, very, very warm. We had the heating on, and it's very, very efficient. So really super nice comfortable bed, the blanket and the pillows are so soft, it's lovely. So yeah, really, really pleased. And obviously we're having to share with Bubs because the other room is taken up by our friends. So yeah, this is our room. Cupboard in there, but obviously we don't need to go in there. And we've got a little TV. I will show you what's outside, but obviously I need to pull the curtains up. Into the landing, and this is the twin room that our friends will be sleeping in. So it's really lovely. You can see out here. So yeah, these are all holiday homes. Filey is really beautiful, so hopefully we might be able to go for a walk later so I can actually show you what Filey is like. But yeah, it's just nice and snug, nice and cosy. It's an airing cover, so I won't show you that. This is the bathroom. So we got a bath obviously because we want to be able to bathe Bub, so he'll be having his bath today. So see how that goes. But yeah, it's a super nice. And downstairs, turn the light off. Let's be responsible. There we go. So I've got the little loo in there, but I won't go in there because my husband's just been in there. This is the front door. But yeah, so you can see all the other holiday homes as well. And this is the living room. What are you up to? I was probably turning the fridge on and off.
No, the fridge is plug actually. I can see that they've obviously. Why are they thinking for the fridge over there? They've obviously stopped it and went.
Yeah.
Now we need a plug. Are you filming me right now?
Yes. Well, why don't we open these? We can actually see what we've got. Look at that, Bubba.
Alexander, look at that garden.
Look. Hi guys, so it's Monday. So yeah, it was a very busy weekend, as you know, most likely because I went on holiday. Went away for a nice family weekend, like met up with some friends and stuff. I'll probably talk about it more in the next video. but I can obviously give you a sort of the gist of what happened in terms of leading up to Saturday. Thursday was a long trip up. I think I might have said that. I'm trying to put my feet on the yoga ball while I'm also sitting in a spinny chair. It's not easy when you don't have a core. So yeah, Thursday was a long drive, pretty stressful with Bubs just being an absolute nuisance. We got there eventually. Place was absolutely amazing. We'll definitely stay there again. We're actually hoping to, maybe next year. We want to, in the summer, do like a week there. So one, we get to see family and actually explore the area rather than just being literally like, right, we can do Whitby, we can do York, and then that's it when we go home. So we want to be able to actually make it an annual thing that we go there for a lot longer. I'm gonna give that a go. Hopefully we can do it this time. Absolutely love the place. I had a really good night's sleep on the Thursday. We went straight to bed because it was quite late, so because Bubs would would not settle, because obviously he was just so hyped about being on holiday. So luckily, because we were sort of going to bed with him, it meant that he could settle down with us. But I think if we'd tried to get him down on his own, he wouldn't have settled. So yeah, so that was cool. Friday was kind of a bit more of a lazy day because obviously my husband's stepmom wasn't very well, so we couldn't really do much with them. So what we did, and we found out that my husband's dad was at the hospital basically all morning, so what we decided to do was give Bubs his bath, because obviously he missed out on it Thursday night because we got there so late. So we thought, right, we'll give him his bath, have his breakfast and stuff, and then we'll sort of get ready and then we'll go for a walk, which is what we did. And yeah, it was just absolutely beautiful. It was very wet and miserable when we actually tried, because obviously there was a storm on its way, Storm Arwen. So we went out originally and it was like really sort of strong winds, because obviously we were right on the coast, pissing down with rain. So Bubs wasn't happy at first. So we decided to dive into because it's like a park, it's like a holiday park. So we dove into the holiday park's coffee shop, had a coffee and a pastry, or Bubs had a cake. And by the time we'd actually finished, the rain had stopped, so we went back out again and it was like brilliant sunshine. It was cold, but it was brilliant sunshine, a little bit wet. And we managed to actually get down onto the beach, and we haven't done that in like 2 years, and it's absolutely stunning there and I absolutely love it. So I was really pleased we got to do that. Bob's absolutely loved it. So then we slowly walked back. By the time we'd done that, it was time to go and see my husband's dad, so we went out for some lunch with him. And then basically, because we picked him up and then drove to the restaurant that we were going to go to, and we thought, right, we'll stop in and see his stepmom, see how she is and everything. And yeah, she seemed in good spirits, but obviously she's still not very well, because she's like recovering from surgery, like major surgery that she didn't think she was going to have. So yeah, so we didn't want to be there too long if she couldn't handle us being there, so to speak, because obviously Bubs is a bit of a whirlwind. But he was super excited to see her, because he's been talking about her like all week, because she loves playing with him and stuff. So it was really nice for him to see her. She got out like all the toys that she's got for her grandson anyway. So yeah, so he was playing with those. And then her daughter and grandson then came round, so we could actually meet them for the first time. And that was lovely, because Bubs and her grandson just got on like so well. They were like, he's only just over a year, so yeah, it was just lovely to watch them play together, and like to see how Bubs sort of is really sort of quite caring with babies that are younger with him. I mean, I see it anyway when he goes to like his heartbeats classes, but yeah, it's just nice to see it when it's just like one-on-one. He did get a bit possessive over the toys, even though we were trying to remind him that they were the baby's toys, not his. But yeah, he was still like, no, mine. So I was trying to convince him that he had to share. But overall, I think it was a really good time. So hopefully it means we can do more sort of play dates with them in the future, next time we go up maybe. So yeah, that was lovely. And it was really nice to see, like I said, stepsister, because we haven't seen her in a very long time. I don't think Bubs has actually ever met her. So yeah, so it was really nice for them to meet finally. So that was Friday night. Our friends were driving up the Friday night as well, and it was like driving in the middle of a storm, which was interesting for them, I'm sure, because they had to leave quite late, because one of our friends was working basically the whole day. He'd wanted to get a half day, but he wasn't able to. So they managed to finally get to us about 9 o'clock. So what we'd actually done was go and get some food at the local inn, like / pub, which does some really lovely food, as you'll probably see from videos that I've taken. So yeah, it was really lovely. I had a pulled beef chilli, which was absolutely amazing. My husband had their, what did he have? They did like a mushroom and leek pie, which he said was really nice. and Bubs had sausage and chips, although they'd run out of actual sausages, so he had vegan sausages. I was like, that's fine, perfectly fine, because he eats them at home anyway. So yes, that was that. We managed to get him down just as my friends rocked up, which is good, because he'd had like such a knackering day, and luckily he slept all the way through. We were a bit paranoid because with the doors, they're quite heavy and they're quite good at like shutting out sound. So when we shut the bedroom door and then we shut the living room door so we could talk normally, we were like, every so often we'd hear like a sort of thud or something we thought was like Bob's falling out of bed, but everything was fine. He didn't wake up at all during the night. He was actually really, really good. So yeah, we stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday, because we haven't seen them in like since before like the pandemic kicked off. So yeah, we had a lot to catch up on, and it was really nice catching up. So yeah, we went to bed, and then we had a nice sort of like chill day on Saturday in terms of like just taking our time getting up and doing stuff and getting ready and things. So I don't actually think we got into York until like 12. Well, it was well after 12 we got there. I wanted to take my friends to York Roast to get the Yorkshire pudding wrap, but the queue was around the corner, so we decided not to do that. My friends hadn't had any breakfast, so we just went to a local bakery to get something. Bubs was an absolute nightmare. I think it was just everything was just so overwhelming in terms of there was just so many people, the lights, music, just everything. It was just so much overstimulation. And obviously the Christmas market was on, so yeah, there was just so much for him to see and to sort of take in. You asked him to do anything, he was like, no, and he was just like kicking off, and he wanted to go in like shops, and then kicked off because he couldn't go in the shops. And yeah, it wasn't fun at all. And yeah, I just like, my anxiety was just through the roof because of it. I really just hated it. It kept obviously raining, it was really cold, and we haven't been able to get Bubs any gloves, so his hands I think were like just really painful for him. So that's like my priority at the moment, is trying to find some decent gloves for him to wear. But yeah, it was really good overall, because then we were able to go into the Valhalla bar that we go in, and it's changed quite a lot, because obviously last time we went in there they literally just had the one floor, like the ground floor and the bar, and there wasn't a lot of seating, so we were dreading going in there and then not being able to sit down. But then my husband looked over the other side and he was like, I don't remember that door being there. And when we looked, it said more seating upstairs. We were like, oh yes. So we like made a beeline for that, went upstairs, and we found like 2 tables in the corner, and we were like, perfect. But still was a bit of a nuisance because we ordered some platters and we got our mead, because that's what we really wanted. Although as we were leaving, I saw they did mulled mead, and I was like, no, if I'd seen that I would have got some mulled mead. Because I'd had some mulled wine. Like, I was like, if I go to York Christmas market, I have to have at least one mulled wine. I'm not making this a wasted trip. So yeah, so I had my mulled wine, which was lovely, although I spilled half of it down me and on Bubs, trying to push the pram over cobbled streets and people getting in the way, which wasn't fun. And we've also come to the conclusion that Bubs doesn't fit in that pram anymore, because the straps were literally like cutting into his shoulders, hence why he was kicking off a lot as well. Because we were just trying, because there were so many people, we just didn't want him running off when we were trying to do things. So he was in there for a time, and then we were like, yeah, this just isn't fair on him, because it's like really, really tight on him. So yeah, so we went into Valhalla, we had the beautiful platter, like cold meats and cheeses. My husband had a veggie one where they actually have a vegan sausage roll on it now. And yeah, it was just absolutely beautiful, really, really lovely. So pleased we did it. But yeah, it's funny now, because they've got the ground floor, then they've got the middle floor, as in first floor, and then they have the top floor as well. And on the top floor there is where the toilets are, but they've made it into like a private hall for hire, and you're looking, it's just this like long sort of great table, like Viking sort of table with these big wooden chairs and everything, and it looks so good. I was gonna take a picture, but there was a couple of people in there, and like every time someone walked up the stairs they were looking to see who it was. I guess they were waiting for other people, so I couldn't, and it was like a big glass front, so so if I was standing there like taking a picture or filming, they would have seen me. But hopefully at some point I will be able to get it. But it looked brilliant, it looks so sort of authentic, it looked really, really good. We're actually talking about, for my husband's 50th, that we might actually do a week at the holiday place we're staying at, so maybe we could do like a sort of a get together at the bar, because I think that would be really cool, just all drinking mead and eating like cheese and meat and stuff. It would be great. So yeah, so that was like the highlight of York. And like I was talking to my friends, I was like, if there's any shops you want to go to, then we'll go to them, otherwise we're just gonna have to leave, because obviously it's just, no one's really enjoying it, because like Bubs is kicking off every 5 minutes. It just wasn't fun at all, and I didn't want to ruin it for them. I was like, if there's anything you actually wanted to do, I was like, make sure you do it. I don't want to make it that like we've just wasted the whole trip for you. No, it's fine. And I felt so bad. But in the end, what we did was we were walking back to the car via M&S, and we went in there, and that was heaving as well. I think people were trying to get out of the rain, so they were just like wandering around the food bit. But we got, what did we even get? I know my friend got some food for like dinner, because obviously originally we wanted to try and eat out in York, but I was like, there's no way we were going to be able to eat out, because everywhere is like absolutely rammed. The weather was awful, so I didn't really want to be hanging around outside. And yeah, we just couldn't because of Bubs. So yeah, we thought we'll either get takeaway or we'll get some stuff, and we had loads of snacks anyway, so we thought we would just head back after getting like a few extra bits. And I went in there to get a microwave meal for Bubs, so he wasn't just filled up on snacks. So we managed to get him a dinner, and then yeah, we went home and then just chilled for the rest of the evening. And my friends played, we introduced my friends to Atmosphere, which is like one of my favourite board games of all time. I absolutely love it, and it was really good because it just shows that every time you play that game it's different, because even though obviously the game doesn't change in terms of what you do, the goal and what you need to do to get around the board, and the video that you watch doesn't change, but obviously how people play it changes it. And it was absolutely hilarious. It was just all like near misses and different things like that, and it was like up and down in terms of emotions. Like my friend was winning and then she lost all her keys and like different things like that, and it was literally, I pressed pause because you have to pause the game or pause the video when person picks up or when the person wins, and as I pressed pause it literally hit the 60th minute mark. I'll post a picture on that. It was just like we couldn't believe it that we actually, because I was like, we're not gonna win. It was like 5 minutes in, like, or 2 minutes left when my friend started to actually make it to the last section. I was like, we're not gonna win, and she did it. So it was absolutely brilliant. So I think they had a great time with that. And yeah, we're just like scoffing all the crisps and biscuits that we had and everything. I drank my bottle of mulled wine that I had and half the white wine that I took, but it was a really nice white wine. I've still got like some of it left, so I might try and have it maybe this weekend, maybe just so it's not left to turn to vinegar sort of thing. So I think I did eat a lot of calories this weekend, so I need to try and be good this week. But again, that's talking about the future. I'm trying to think what else. It was just really chilled. We played around with Bubs for a little bit. Like I said, he had his dinner, and once he had his dinner it got to like 7:30, so we got him ready for bed, and it took a little while to get him off, but not too bad. I think by 9 o'clock he was in bed, so that's when we decided to play a board game. It's the only one we played because it is set at an hour, so you know how long it's going to take, rather than with like Monopoly it's open-ended, so it could take you up to like 6 hours to play. So I was like, at least this one has a set time, so that wasn't so bad. But yeah, it was it ended, and after the horrible day that we had, it was a really nice ending to the day. But in future I really hope we can get like my husband's dad to look after Bubs, because yeah, that was not fun at all. Like all I kept thinking was, this is why we needed someone to look after him, because he's an absolute nightmare. So yeah, it was not fun at all. But hey ho, next time hopefully. I think if they're not able to look after him, then we'll just cancel York, because even though I love it so much, it just, you can't enjoy it when he's with you currently, because he's just an absolute nightmare. So anyway, yes, that's where I got up to. So obviously I will be to be continued for the Sunday, which I will conclude on my next video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too bad. But if you did enjoy it, then leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also follow me on social media, the links will be down below. And on that note, I'll say love you guys, and I shall see you on the next video. Bye.